Hello, everybody. My name is Yeltsin Gutierrez, and today I'm going to be giving my informative speech. I have three audience members with me here today: my sister, my mother, and my little brother.
I'm Karen.
Hi, I'm Olga.
Hi, I'm Royal.
Okay. Well, before I begin speaking, I want to say something. Imagine a 5-year-old boy. His name's Alex. He's a very happy kid, and nothing's wrong with him. He doesn't give any problems, and he lives a very happy life. There's nothing wrong with him, except one thing. He's overweight. His parents let him eat food and that is high in fat and calories, and Alex continues to grow bigger and bigger every day, and his clothing size surpasses that of an average 5-year-old boy. Now imagine Alex 5 years from now. He is now considered obese by medical standards. It's too late to change his eating habits because he is used to eating food that is not nutritious. As a teenager, Alex is going through depression and low self-esteem. Um, and he keeps finding his only comfort in eating. Now, as an adult, Alex continues to be obese and has to pay more money for his costs and medical expenses. And he doesn't live a normal life because he's not happy with himself. If something could have been done when he was a child, he wishes to go back and fix everything and do as much as he can to fix that. Okay, as you can tell, today I'm going to be speaking about obesity. Obesity, not only does it affect adults, but it affects children and teenagers. And today that's what I want to focus on. I want to focus on speaking to you guys about how obesity affects children in specific. Um, Obesity is the second leading cause of preventable death in the United States. Obesity can be defined as having excess fat in your body. It's the condition of being overweight. It is caused by the imbalance between the calories you take in and the calories you take out, meaning the calories you burn off. So there's an imbalance between that. If you take in more calories than you burn, there's probably a chance that you will become overweight. Over the past 3 decades, childhood obesity rates in America have tripled. And today, nearly 1 in 3 children in America are overweight or obese. Today, I will discuss factors that influence childhood obesity. I will talk about the health risks that are associated with it. And also, I will inform you about the different ways you can prevent it. Let's begin by touching on some of the different factors that influence childhood obesity. According to Luke, children today are fatter than ever. So how did we get there? How did we get there? That is a very good question. How did we get there? 30 years ago, most people led lives that kept them in a healthy lifestyle, healthy weight. Kids walked to and from school every day. They ran at recess. They went out with friends at the park. You know, they were children. You know, after hours of being in school, they would just go to the park and hang out with their friends. Meals were actually home cooked with reasonable portion sizes, and there was always a vegetable on the plate. Eating fast food was rare, and snacking between meals was an occasional treat. Today, children experience a very different lifestyle, meaning they live a sedentary lifestyle. Walks to and from school have been replaced by cars and buses. Gym classes after school sports have been cut out. And, you know, snacking between meals is now very common. And 30 years ago, kids ate just one snack a day, whereas now they are training to 3 snacks. Portion sizes have also exploded. They are now 5 times bigger. And, you know, the increase of obesity in children is expected to climax, to rise up in the approximate years that follow. And now coming back to what I was talking about, the factors that influence childhood obesity are behavioral factors, meaning it just depends on the individual most of the time. They live a sedentary lifestyle. Sedentary lifestyle means basically that you're physically inactive and you're lazy. And according to Let's Move, an article by what's actually a program that Michelle Obama is founding. She's the founder of it, and her main goal is to teach parents and children about the different ways you could be healthy, and just encouraging them, and going back to behavioral factors. One factor is that kids watch excess television. According to Let's Move, 8 to 18-year-old adolescents spend an average of 7.5 hours a day using entertainment media, including TV, computers, video games, cell phones, and movies. And only 1/3 of high school students get the recommended levels of physical activity. They also eat a lot of junk food. They sit down and watch TV all day long, and that really affects you. Another factor is environmental factors, meaning factors that surround children, meaning communities, their school, their friends, anything that has to do with that. Sometimes even their family members, their parents. Sometimes they're negligent with their children, and they don't teach them the right ways on how to eat healthy. And that can influence them. Also, school. Many schools have low budgets, and they can afford to feed their students healthy meals, and maybe sometimes even PE classes have been cut. The community, the lack of accessibility and affordability of healthy food can affect the child's nutrition. And also, believe it or not, when a children is watching television, advertisements can affect that. Sometimes many advertisements promote foods that are unhealthy, such as, for example, McDonald's, and that can play a very important role. Another factor is the genetic factors. Sometimes children are born like that; they have a medical condition, and sometimes they're just prone to be obese because they inherit that from their parents. Now that we know what causes obesity, let's move on to talk about the consequences that it brings. A child or teenager that is obese may face several health risk factors throughout their life. If they don't get treated, or if they don't start eating healthy, or whether they don't become physically active, there are very, very severe consequences that are associated with childhood obesity. Some of the health risks issues are high cholesterol or high blood pressure, heart disease, meaning cardiovascular disease. Sometimes children have asthma. Sometimes it can cause type 2 diabetes or sleep apnea. Sometimes they have problems sleeping because they have trouble breathing, and that's very that can affect them tremendously. And also, obesity can lead to, not only does it affect the children in the body, but it affects you psychologically and socially. Sometimes they face social discrimination. They have very low self-esteem because they have a negative body image. Sometimes they go through depression, and sometimes they perform very low in school. And not only all that, besides all that, they also have to spend more money in medical expenses. Okay, moving on. Now that we have more knowledge and clear understanding of the causes and consequences of obesity, let's discuss ways that it can be prevented. And just like there is a lot of factors that influence obesity, there's also numerous ways that obesity can be prevented. And let's discuss the different ways that, the different ways that it can be prevented. One, the most important thing, eating healthy. You have to make good food choices, such as eliminating sodas, sweets, and excess carbohydrates. Of course, you have to get physically active. As you can always go to the park, just move around. Physical activity is an essential component of a healthy lifestyle. In combination with healthy eating, It can prevent a range of chronic diseases, including heart disease, cancer, and stroke. For kids and teens, it's recommended that they get active at least 60 minutes a day, 5 days a week, for 6 out of 8 weeks. So you have to be physically active, and it's not that hard maintaining that ability to be physically active. Also, community interventions, such as the community, for example, they can organize social events that orient families. They can encourage people to adopt healthy lifestyles, make more gyms, and provide more physical activities. They can also promote healthy educational programs, and schools can provide healthier meals and educate the families and children about physical education. And last but not least, family. Family plays a very, very important role in this, especially parents. It starts with the parents. Everything starts at home. The way parents teach the children how to eat, and everybody can be an example. Everybody. And now that you have a clear understanding about the rising epidemic of obesity, I would like to recap my main points about childhood obesity as I come to an end. Obesity is on the rise to become a major epidemic in the United States. Um, and although several factors contribute to obesity, the formula is very important. This is the formula basically. If you eat, you're gonna be fat if you overeat. That's basically it. That's basically what it is. Have you ever heard that saying, "You are what you eat"? This is where this applies. You are what you eat, and if you eat bad food for you, obviously you're not gonna have very good results. And as I come to a conclusion, obesity is on the rise to become a major epidemic in the United States. Not only is it affecting adults, but also children. A lot of factors can influence obesity, and the consequences of obesity can bring to those that are overweight very, very severe health consequences. And sometimes children that are obese are expected to be obese when they're adults too. But there's always a solution. Educating parents and children about the different ways to eat healthy and to be physically active can reduce the problem, It all starts with the individual. Everything starts with the individual. Everything, like I said before, everything starts in home, at the house. And well, you guys, this concludes my topic about obesity. I hope that you guys have a better understanding and that you guys learn my main important points, because this is very important, not only for life, but just for every day. Every day you're supposed to eat healthy, everything. And I just want to thank you guys for listening to me. And this is my visual aid. I have some pictures right here. A picture of McDonald's right here, and I have a chart right here, a graph that shows kids of the age 6 through 11 and how it has increased over the years, how obesity has increased over the past years. And that's pretty much it. I just want to thank you guys again for listening. Thank you very much.